Hello, gunks and gamers, and welcome back to the Gun Cave. It is great to have you guys back here in the cave. I told you all I was coming back with some more content, and here we are. Yeah, I'm not dead, surprisingly. I'm barely alive, but I'm here, you know what I'm saying? Chilling. But if you want updates and shit, and to see if and to find out if I'm actually dead, or if you ever want to get in contact with me for any reason or anything else, check out my Instagram right here. I'll have a link in the bio. There's obviously a picture right there, but check out the Instagram. It's named after my music name, so go ahead and check that shit out. I also have some new music out, as you can see. Go ahead and check out that video. I will have part of the music video at the end of this, but I put out a music video for it yesterday or a few days ago. I don't even know, but yeah, if you want to get in contact with me or anything else like that, go ahead and hit up my Instagram. Anyways, without further ado, let's hop into the discussion of this video. So this video, if you read the title, is about why you should stop rolling big ass joints and blunts. Now, ever since I started smoking, I loved a big ass joint or a big ass blunt, like a good 5-6 grams in that bitch. That's usually how I like to smoke. But lately, I've been rolling really skimpy blunts and joints. Originally out of necessity, and because I had so many papers and wraps that I wanted to be just smoking a lot, so I had to roll. I wanted to roll kind of skimpy for a while, just for the sake of saving weed and stuff. And that's the number one reason why I think it's a good idea to stop smoking so many big ass blunts and joints and stuff, because they're good every once in a while. It's a fun thing. It's more about the spectacle. When you're rolling up a big blunt or joint, it's more about the spectacle than it is about how it smokes. But if you've been smoking for a while, the spectacle gets old pretty quick. You know what I'm saying? So if you really want to get the most out of your material and really get the most out of your wraps or whatever, I definitely think you should roll kind of skimpy shit. Now, if you're using like heavy tobacco wraps, like backwoods or something like that, that might be a little like not feasible to do, just because it'll be kind of overpowering to just smoke a big ass leaf of tobacco with not that much weed in it. But I mean, it should always fill out your blunt. I mean, it should honestly just look like how they look, like for blunts specifically. If you're rolling up like Swishers, for instance, it should look how it looks before you freak it and everything. So with big ass blunts and joints, with those big like 5-6 gram joints that I was rolling, one of the things I noticed is that halfway through the joint, it would kind of just start to fall apart. I don't know if it's just the way that I roll. It could be that for sure, but them shits would just fall apart easier, and I think it's just because it gets so wet from how much resin, and especially if you're smoking good weed, it gets so wet from the resin that it kind of breaks down the paper a little bit. I'm not a scientist, so I don't know, you feel me, but I also feel like you get way higher off of a small joint. Y'all know when you smoke like a big fucking blonker of a motherfucking doobie, you feel me? Just a big fucking stinky ass penis doobie, you feel me? And you smoke that bitch all the way down, and you're like, damn, I'm not like as high as I thought I was gonna be. And you wait a minute, you know what I mean? See if it's gonna hit you, and it really doesn't. And so you roll up a little regular size joint, and it just a joint or blunt or whatever, and it just blasts you through the fucking roof. I feel like that happens to people a lot, and I think it's honestly because that little blunt probably got you higher than the bigger one. And the reason I say that is because when you have a big ass blunt, it can be really harsh on you, so you'll be taking hits and not really inhaling, because you'll get like half an inhale and start to cough, and because it's lit and you don't want to put it out and relight it or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because those big ass ones, they're not like a big joint. You cannot just put out and relight like it's nothing. You know what I mean? It's not an easy task, because you're at risk of breaking it. You're at risk of your flower falling out, all that kinds of shit. And so, you know, you got to be careful. You got to pack, you know, and you got to do them tight, not too tight, all that kind of shit, right? And I feel like with smaller joints, the smoother it's. Smaller joints or blunts, it's just a smoother hit every single time. Like if you roll like a turbine joint, which I learned about from John Kesselman, those burn really nice and always get me really fried. I don't roll them that often, but when I do, they always get me nice and toasty because I feel like the less flour there is, the more the flame has to do in order to travel. You know what I mean? Or the cherry to travel down to your fingers or whatever. So I feel like it burns it better. I don't know how to put it, but I definitely feel like it burns better and tastes better when you're rolling something a little bit smaller, and also gets you way higher. Now again, I don't know any of the science behind it, and this is just like all anecdotal, but I do really love me a skinny joint. They just go hard, you know what I'm saying? And that way you can smoke joint after joint after joint, and it's not super harsh on you, you know what I mean? I feel like the thinner it is, the less harsh it is. And for me, who has little pissy pea baby lungs, that's definitely a plus. But yeah, guys, that's basically the whole video. I just wanted to come on here and kind of give my opinion about how you should be rolling. If you're interested in more stuff about this, you have any questions that you want answered, if you have certain things about weed you want to learn about, or any drug for that matter, let me know down in the comments below. Again, check out my Instagram if you are interested in seeing some updates, or just, you know, anytime it seems like I may be dead, you know what I mean, I'm usually posting there. So check that out. Check out my SoundCloud. Check out the abortion funds in the description below. All that kind of shit. And yeah, love you niggas. Alright, y'all. Deuces.